Yes, just drop everything. This is a really simple. In today's video, I will be giving you a makeup tutorial. Hey guys, it's Rochelle. Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video for you guys, and in today's video, I'm gonna be beating my face down to the ground. I haven't done a makeup tutorial in forever, and you guys have been requesting me to do a makeup tutorial, so guess what? That's what I'm doing for you guys today. I'm gonna start off with my brows because they look like this, and I'm gonna start off with my skin actually. So I'm gonna prep my skin first, and to prep my skin I keep it super basic. You guys have been asking me for a skincare routine. Honey, it is the same skincare routine I've been doing for 10 years now. I've been on YouTube for 10 years. Can't believe that. We're gonna move on right to the skin, and for my skin today I'm gonna be using my Nivea cream. This is what I use to moisturize my skin. This is what I've been using since I was a teenager, which is a long time ago because I'm in my 30s now. But yeah, it always gets my skin together, and I've tried a lot of moisturizers and I always go back to my Nivea cream because she always gets me together. And you guys have been asking me to do a updated skin routine for a long time now, and there's really nothing new to show you because I'm still using Nivea cream and my Neutrogena Deep Clean facial wash. Hi, what are you doing? You can't walk on my table right now. Mommy's filming. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my brows. Nothing special to see here because I'm using the same product that I've always used to fill in my brows. I'm using the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit Cosmetics in the shade 4.5. So I'm just following the natural shape of my brows, but I am giving myself a higher arch because I want my eyes to be, I mean, they're already lifted, but I feel like when my brows are more lifted, my eyes are more lifted too. And I cannot rely on Botox, okay? Because mama is breastfeeding, so no Botox for me. I'm gonna take my concealer and I'm gonna clean up my brows. Can you tell how much I use this stuff? Like, I've had it forever. Now, I did not fill in the top of my brows because I don't fill in the top of my brows until my base is on. That's just how I do my brow routine. Everybody's brow routine is different, but I just like doing it this way. So for the brush that I'm using to clean up my brows, I'm using a flat definer brush. This one is from MAC Cosmetics. You can get similar brushes elsewhere. I've had this brush for 10 years, you guys. 10 years. Don't remember the number of the brush. The number even came off. I'm gonna go in with some translucent powder to set that concealer and lock it into place. For my eyes, I don't usually wear a lot of eyeshadow, to be honest with you. I like to keep it simple, neutral, and matte. I've been loving matte eyeshadows for a few years now. But I did a shimmer eyeshadow last week and I was here for it. Again, this eyeshadow look is beginner friendly. I'm gonna use a Tartelette Little Toasted eyeshadow palette, and the eyeshadow that I'm using on my eyelid is Flame. So it's this eyeshadow right here, and I'm going to pat that all over the eyelid. The brush that I'm using to apply the eyeshadow, I have no idea where it's from. It literally has no name on it. I don't know where I got this brush, but whatever, it works. You don't have to use the same exact eyeshadow palette I use. I'm sure there's other palettes that has the same exact eyeshadow in it. You can use that. You know what? I need a smaller brush because to get up in here. So I'm gonna use my MAC 239 brush. I'm gonna go ahead and blend in that eyeshadow because it's looking a little rough and hard, and I'm using the MAC 217 brush. Next, I'm gonna take the eyeshadow Cozy, which is this warm matte brown, and I'm going to pop that into the crease. And I'm also going to bring that to the inner corner of my eye area. So kind of bring it down into the nose area a bit. And I'm bringing the eyeshadow like upwards to go with the shape of my eyes. You can do more like a rounded shape if that's the shape of your eyes, but I like when my eyeshadow goes more lifted, especially when I'm not going to be wearing any wing liner. The brush that I'm using is from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collection that she did like years ago. I love the brushes from that collection because I still have them from like when they were first released, and I use them quite a lot. We're gonna move on to liner, and I'm not gonna be doing a wing liner today because anybody got time for that, and yeah, it's just not got time for that. So I'm actually just creating a very thin line on my lash line, and this is really just to hide my lash strip when I put my lashes on. I'm just gonna move on to mascara now. And guys, I am not one of those people who are like, mascara crazy because I don't have any lashes, as you can see. And every mascara that I've used just hasn't given me life. Like, nothing. Has done nothing for me. But I'm going to use this mascara. I just talked about I don't really care for mascara, but I'm using the MAC Cosmetic mascara. I got it in PR. But I'm just going to apply this onto my lashes. Yeah. Did nothing for me. We're moving on to lashes, and guys, these are my freaking favorite lashes right now. These are the Ardell Texture Eyes lashes in 579. These lashes are giving me the right amount of drama that I need. I do need to cut them. They are a bit too long for my eyes, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut them real quick. Okay, so I don't know how much you guys missed, but I was literally sitting here talking to myself. I mean, I'm actually talking to myself anyways. I went ahead and I applied some concealer under the eye area. So I did some color correcting and I use a orange shade concealer. And if you don't need to color correct, don't do this step. Skip this step. I need to do some color correcting because my under eyes are a little bit dark, and I did some color correcting right here because I do have a little bit of darkness right here. So I went ahead and applied this concealer from MAC. This is the Medium Deep Studio Fix Conceal and Correct palette. And now I'm gonna move on to highlight. So I like to highlight my face, contour my face, and then add the foundation. This is a routine I have been doing lately. Before I was doing foundation, concealer, highlight, you know, but I like how my makeup looks when I just do the highlight, contour, and then the foundation. I won't be using concealer today. I'm going to be using this foundation. This is the KVD Foundation, and it's the Good Apple Foundation, and the shade is Tan 60. Everybody has been talking about how amazing this foundation is. Like, this foundation went viral, and I was just like, okay, I'm curious to see what the hype is all about. I ordered the foundation. It was practically sold out in Sephora. This was the shade that they had that I think it was close to NC44 MAC, which is what I use, and I ordered it, and it's not my shade at all. And I was honestly too lazy to bring it back. I was just like, well, I couldn't bring it back because Toronto is on lockdown. I'm in Canada. I live in Canada. We've been on stay-at-home orders and lockdown, so the malls are closed. Everything's closed. I'm kind of rambling right now. But anyways, I was just too lazy to mail it back. And I was just like, you know what? If this foundation is so amazing, it has full coverage, why not just use it as a concealer, as a highlight? Because I'm always looking for a concealer that, you know, has a lot of coverage. I like coverage when it comes to my concealer. I don't play when it comes to my concealer. I used it last week. I loved it for highlight. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. But yeah, I'm gonna apply this under my eyes. And I don't do that concealer highlight thing that a lot of people do where they just put it here and then here. That's okay, it's fine to do that, but I need the concealer right in this middle area. This is where I need it the most. So yeah, that's not gonna work for me. My under eyes are very hollow, and I'm going to pop a bit of that into my forehead area, and I'm gonna pop that down the nose just to highlight. So this is the highlighted areas. I applied at the corner of my lip as well. It's gonna give my bottom lip a more rounded shape, which I like that shape. So if you are a beginner, you can just go ahead and just blend this if you want to make your life easier. But I'm going to go ahead and apply my contour right now as well, and then blend the highlight and then blend the contour. That might be a little bit harder for some people to blend with both on your face. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and contour. So I like to use cream products or foundations to do my contour. I'm using a foundation that is a few shades darker than my skin tone. So this one is NC50 by MAC, and this is the Studio Fix foundation, which is my absolute favorite foundation. It is my ride or die. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply this in the hollows of my cheeks to snatch my face and along my forehead area. I like when this area looks tan. I like when it looks darker than the rest of my face. I love that look. If you wanna snatch this area as well, that is up to you. Some days I do it, some days I don't. It depends. If my face is feeling, you know, skinty, then I'm like, okay. If my face is feeling a little fuller, then I don't know. I'm gonna snatch my face today. Why not? For the nose, I'm gonna use this brush right here. And this brush is Luxe 207 brush. I've had this for years. Guys, I am not the best when it comes to nose contour. Some days I do it and I'm like, girl, the nose is snatched. And then some days I'm like, did I make my nose look bigger than it actually is? Like, what's going on here? But I'm gonna try and snatch the nose today. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my blending sponge and blend out the highlighted area. This sponge is from Colouredraine. I love it. It is amazing. Hi. Margie's awake. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Oh, look at my sweet girl. Give mommy kissy. She just woke up from her nap, so I gotta blend this out really quickly and step off camera to go tend to my motherly duties. And girl, trust me, I know I look casket ready right now, but trust the process, okay? Trust the process. Because I will not be looking casket ready when I'm done with this bead. Oh, my bad. I forgot to tell you guys, I'm blending out my contour right now, as you can see. I'm using the MAC Dual Fiber brush. I don't know what number this is. It looks like a 180. I don't know. But I love using this brush. My friend Amra put me onto it. I was watching her tutorial and she told me I need to get it. And I love it. It's amazing. I really love contouring with cream products more than powder. I do use some bronzer to, you know, contour as well, but I love doing cream products and foundation to contour. I find that it's so much easier to work with and it looks more natural, I think. Clearly this doesn't look really natural right now, but trust the process. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply my foundation. I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NC44. I'm gonna be applying that foundation mainly in the areas that I don't have foundation already. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take this little sponge right here. This is, I think it's by Fenty Beauty, I think. And I'm just gonna blend this highlight in. I'm gonna take the same little contour brush and I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, try and contour that nose. Right. And I'm kind of bringing it into my brows, as you can see. See what I'm talking about? Where you can sometimes make your nose look bigger than it actually is, because right now I see that I'm going a little bit too out there with it. So the line is obviously looking a little harsh. So I'm gonna go in with my foundation just to clean that up. So now I'm gonna move on to powder. I'm gonna take the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This one, I don't know the shade, but it's not the original. It has a bit of a yellow tone to it, which I love. I don't know what shade this is. I don't know what it's called. It doesn't say on the bottom. Anyway, so I don't bake my under eye area. So I don't bake right here. I'll bake here, but not under here. If I do that, honey, I will look like a dried up leather cracked purse, okay? I have tiny little wrinkles under my eyes and they're not having it, okay? Baking is not for everybody. In my 20s, I can bake all I want and I look good. Now that I'm in my 30s, girl, just don't do it. Don't do it, especially if you have wrinkles under your eyes. Don't do it. So I'll bake here. Okay, so my sponge is a little damp, thank God. I need it to be a little damp to do this. You know what, before I do that, I like to do my bronzer. So I'm gonna do my bronzer first and then I'm gonna use the Zoeva 127 brush. Guys, I've had this brush for almost 10 years. For my bronzer, I use the Matte Mineralize Skin Finish Dark Deep. This is my go-to bronzer. It's my favorite. I've tried a lot of other bronzer, but she just gets me right all the time, okay? I love it. And I'm just gonna apply it in the hollows of my cheek area, on my forehead area. Like I said, I like a bit of tan on the forehead area. Remember how I was looking casket ready? I'm coming together. I'm coming together. Now that I have my bronzer on, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna contour my cheek area. And I'm just applying it like so. It's gonna lift my cheeks up. So I applied the powder onto my sponge and I actually try to take off some of that excess, especially when I'm going under the eye area, because like I said, I don't want the under eyes to look dry and crusty. Set the under eyes and blend it all the way in. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just bake on the outside of my eyes. And I'm gonna go ahead and bake the nose as well. So I apply the powder at the corners of my nose. So I'm just gonna leave this on for a bit. You can leave it on for like, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm gonna go feed my baby because I'm still breastfeeding. So I'm gonna go feed her and then I will get rid of this. So I will be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and dust away this excess powder right now. You really don't need to leave it on for very long. It does what it's supposed to do, I think, in a quick time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dust it away. Don't mind me, I look a little powdery right now, but I promise you I will not look powdery by the end of this tutorial. Okay, so my face is not completed just yet, but just to get rid of any powdery look, I'm gonna go in with some MAC Studio Fix Fluid. Girl, this is not Studio Fix, this is MAC Fix Plus Spray. MAC Fix Plus Spray, and I'm gonna apply this all over my face. And this is gonna get rid of any powdery, dusty look and just bring the skin back to looking like skin. So it's not a setting spray, okay? It is not a setting spray. It's not gonna keep your makeup on all day long. It won't. So before I complete my face, my eyes, and everything else, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the top of my brows. I'll just speed through this part. I'm gonna go into the eyeshadow palette, the same one that we've been using this whole time. And I'm gonna grab this vanilla shade right here, and I'm gonna pop that at the inner corner. It is a matte shadow, but I'm loving the way matte shadow looks at the inner corner instead of doing like, you know, glitter like I would usually do, shimmer. But I really, really love how this looks at the inner corner. It just really brightens up the eyes. And as for my highlighter, I'm gonna use the Master Chrome highlighter by Maybelline. I used to use this highlighter so much back in my more makeup tutorial days, but I haven't used this in years, guys. I went to the drugstore recently, I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't used this in so long. Let me pick one up. So let me see if I still love it. I'm gonna pop this right at the tip of my nose, and I'm just gonna apply this down my nose. Okay, so, oh, really? Just drop everything. I'm gonna go back into the Colouredraine eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna take the eyeshadow Duchess, which is the darkest brown in the palette. Just gonna pop this on the bottom lash line area and dust off the shadow a bit because I don't want it to be like crazy, like pigmented. I want it to be nice and soft under the eyes. And just make that ugly face. And for the bottom lashes, I'm just gonna finish it off by adding some mascara and some eyeliner in the waterline. Okay, so the eyes are pretty much completed. I'm gonna move on to blush, and for my blush, I like peach tones. So I'm gonna be using the Colouredraine X Power Collection, and this is in the shade called The Shots. I don't think it's available anymore. I'm not exactly sure. And I'm going to pop this on the highest points. You know, it's really gonna lift up the cheeks. The Colouredraine blushes, guys, are very, very pigmented, so you can't be too heavy-handed with it. Yeah, I know. I gotta blend this. Don't worry. I'm not gonna leave it like that. I'm just gonna go in with my blending sponge just to, like, you know, tone down that blush a bit. Tone it down. Okay, she's looking much, much better. So just the areas that I know I'm gonna get a little shiny is, like, right here. These areas and, like, my forehead area. I don't mind a little forehead shine later on throughout the day. It just looks like I'm glowing, so I'm here for that. But I'm gonna go in right now with the MAC Studio Fix powder. And this is in the shade NC42. It's like a highlight shade. So I'm just gonna pop it like right here. I don't put it all over my face. I just put it in like highlighted areas and just like right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna finish the face off with some highlighter, and I'm going back into the same Maybelline highlighter. And I'm just gonna pop that at the highest point of my cheekbones. Yes, bitch, get your life. For my lips, I like to keep it very simple. I'm gonna do liner and I'm gonna do a gloss, and that is it. I'm not doing any lipstick because I'm a gloss girl. I love wearing gloss. I don't know if you guys know this, but I just have not been into liquid lipsticks for a very long time. Like years now. I just love wearing lip gloss. And guys, let me know how the audio is in this video because I'm still using my same microphone. It's just a bit closer to me. It was really hard to film because it's literally like so close to my face. But hopefully the audio is a lot better. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite lip pencil. This is MAC Core. I love her. I've been using her forever. Sometimes Sometimes I'll use MAC Chestnut, but I like Core. Okay, so I don't know where my lip gloss is. I'm gonna go look for it and I will be right back. Okay guys, so yes bitch, just drop everything. Drop it and break everything. That's what I do best. And for my lips, I actually ended up using Sweet Mouth Gloss Bomb by Fenty Beauty. I love it. It's just a really, really light pink. It doesn't really add a lot of color. Okay, this is my dress. I can't show the full entire fit, but I do not recommend this dress at all because my boobs are falling out of it. This dress is just good for taking some pictures. That's about it. Because, honey, when I'm walking, them tatas are falling out. So, yeah, no, don't recommend it. So, yeah, that is pretty much the completed makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a big thumbs up if you do. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Let me know if you want to see more makeup tutorials as well. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in another video very, very soon. I love you guys so much. Bye.